editor-in-chief and publisher of Chicken Soup for the Soul, and she's also the author of their latest book, which is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. Now, that's something that's probably pretty scary for most people, but why should we make ourselves do it?
Well, I had noticed we were getting more and more stories from people who were writing for different book topics, but were incidentally telling us about times they stepped outside their comfort zones and how it made them feel so energized and so empowered and so excited about their lives. And I thought about the fact that by accident, a lot of us start to fall into a rut. And we had a great story about it from this woman named Erica Collar. She felt she was in a rut. And so one year she decided she was just going to make a policy for an entire summer of saying yes. She called it her summer of yes. So no matter what she was asked, she said yes. And so she competed in a 5K. She went to an outdoor concert. She went to a science fiction convention. She did all these things that she would have said no to in the past. And she kept doing more and more of them. And then all her friends started doing yes things with her because they thought it was so great. When that summer was over, that summer of yes, she decided to keep doing it. And she ended up finishing college. She ended up switching jobs. She ended up getting published as an author. She just kept going. It was an amazing thing how just making a policy of saying yes had such a big impact on her life. And then I did something that was super scary that I really don't want to do again, but I'm still so proud that I did it. And that was that I went paragliding.
Oh, wow.
In Oman, in the Middle East, on the Persian Gulf, which you might think that the Persian Gulf was the scary thing, but no, it was the paragliding. And what was interesting about it was that here I am, a person who works with words. I'm an editor. And it never occurred to me that paragliding meant parachute. Because I would never jump out of an airplane with the piece of fabric and all those strings coming out of it. And we get to the top of the cliff and the guy's putting the harness on me and I look behind me on the ground and there's a piece of fabric lying on the ground with strings coming out of it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, paragliding, parachute. And then he says the scariest thing I've ever heard. You have to run off the cliff because it won't fill with air unless you run off the cliff. So you have to run off the cliff and have faith that it will fill with air. But if you don't keep running, it will not fill with air. So it was really scary, but I did it. Obviously, it worked out just fine. And it has made me feel like if I can do that, I can do anything. And that's what everybody reports about when they try these new things. They realize, wow, I'm capable of that, then I can do this and this and this. And finally, I would say, remember my favorite quote. It's by John Shedd, and it's really the thing that motivated this entire book. And the quote is this: "A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for."
Wow, I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me talk about my new favorite topic.